So let's head over to some SpaceX news. We've been talking about cars so much.
Oh, yeah,
Let's talk about something that can get out of here.
I heard something blew up.
Yes. So on February 28th, late at night, they were doing a test on SN1. Now, this is the Starship prototype serial number 1, so the first one that they were working on. They were doing a nitrogen pressure test, and it burst. So no one was hurt, and not much was damaged besides the rocket itself. Not that it's really a rocket, it's just a big tank, essentially. The failure was due to the poor design of the thrust puck and bad welds.
Oh.
So just for those of you who don't know what a thrust puck is, essentially it's where you mount the motors onto the bottom of a giant can that is going to be full of rocket fuel.
And Elon was not happy about this,
No.
actually, because no one had told him that there would have been a problem there. So Elon went down there himself and kind of had to take over.
Right. Now, this doesn't set SpaceX back too much. It was only going to be used for a static fire of one Raptor engine. You know, best case scenario, if it had held this pressure test. Basically, SN2, which they're already almost done building, is far and away already better in terms of the design, and this is really SpaceX's strength, is that they're fast at iterating. They are moving fast, they are breaking things, they are learning from those failures, and they're applying it to the latest iterations.
Now, Elon let off some steam with some tweets. He said, "So, how was your night?" And then after showing some video of the explosion, he said, "It's fine, we'll just buff it out. Where's flex tape when you need it?"
And then he posted a meme about flex tape, which was very poignant.
Now, Eric Berger wrote a great article about this on March 5th for Ars Technica. I urge you guys to go read it. It's called Inside Elon Musk's Plan to Build One Starship a Week and Settle Mars. So on February 23rd, before this even happened, they had an all-hands meeting at 1 a.m. in the morning. This is some information we found out in this article about how to speed up this process. So Elon's meeting with the engineers, and he's like, what can we do to speed this up? And they're like, well, we could certainly use some more hands. So Elon was like, all right, let's begin hiring. So he's like, hey, you guys, find your family members, your friends, anyone who you would vouch for, and bring them in tomorrow, and we're going to do a hiring period. So in the next 36 hours, they hired 252 people.
Right.
They
Hired.
Yeah, they doubled their workforce just like that.
Right. That is, in a nutshell, how Elon works. I think that he has been refining his process of how to do engineering fast and good, and this is his way of doing it. Also, another thing in the article that I really liked about this was the way that they are storing these rockets. Instead of, you know, spending millions and millions of dollars to build a giant vertical assembly building, they're just taking a big tent, and if it's not tall enough, if the tent isn't tall enough, they're going to put it on some shipping containers.
Yep.
And if that isn't tall enough, they're going to add another layer of shipping containers, put a tent over that.
And then they're going to use the shipping containers as office space.
Like, that's really cool to do that, because this is how you move fast.
Well, and check this out. So most of the people who had inked their contracts to start work by midnight were told to report back in the morning.
Right. There's no, it's not like, okay, well, we will call you. It's like, all right, I'll see you in 6 hours.
So Starship should be done by the end of the year. And then Elon plans to build the Starship every 72 hours.
Right. And this, again, is to get us to Mars. He wants to have a giant fleet of rockets constantly flying to Mars to make a Mars city. No one else is doing this. Even NASA is not. They are not anywhere near as ambitious. The plans to build the SLS are so slow
And expensive.
I
I mean, we're talking billions versus millions, and we're talking a system that's using 30-year-old rockets that are just going to crash versus a brand new system that relands. Like, it's night and day.
it's so crazy. Thanks so much for watching this Now You Know clip.
Head over to Now You Know channel for full episodes of Tesla Time news and in depth.
And if you want to treat yourself and your family to something amazing, check this out.
Jesse and I have been enjoying Masterclass, where we've been learning all sorts of fun topics from the masters themselves. Comedy from Judd Apatow.
Screenwriting from Aaron Sorkin.
Investigative journalism from Bob Woodward.
Tennis from Serena Williams.
And so many more.
Click the link down below to support our channel and experience what it's like to learn from the masters at Masterclass.